Tell me what's on your mind.
So that's why I should do the countdown every single time, because I forgot to go live until like 5 seconds left. So that's how brilliant I am. Anyway, hey there, this is Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics. I'm here with the Genesis Crüe members, Belmont and Wolfsbane Comics. And tonight we're going to talk about the perfect movie. So far in the chat, I've had Darren Wagner, D-Wag, one of the main Crack Pack members. He might have just popped in. He said that I'm going to pass him in subs. There you go.
Dang.
He's got to step his game up to get gooder. Yeah. Laying off the crack rock might help a little bit, D-Wag there, you know. Just an observation. That's an observation. Anyway, so tonight I thought we'd have Lola, but I sent her a link. Maybe she'll come on, maybe she won't. She tends to get Central Time Zone, so she might like ask me for a link in about an hour.
Yeah,
she's done that before. I'm like, I'm sorry, dear. It was kind of like Eastern, you know. That's why I post every. It's funny. I post every single time for every single time zone in the continental United States, in every single one of these things, because inevitably somebody's going to say, "Oh, I didn't know it was my time." I'm like, it's posted right there. But anyway, maybe we'll get. We already had a hokey pokey pop in and pop out, but no big deal. Maybe we'll get some other people later. Anyway, tonight we are going to talk about perfect movies, movies that we think are absolutely flawless, and well, we're going to have a little bit of debate. If we're going to say if you believe that your movie is flawless, it gives you reasoning why. What's the lesson you think you can teach if you would use in this movie, and what's your fond memory of this movie? If you think a movie's flawless, usually you have pretty decent memories attached to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So alrighty. I'm going to go counterclockwise and get my man Aaron down here.
Oh, okay.
So, what's your first candidate, sir?
I'm going to have to say Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I did not see that coming, but you know what?
I did not see that coming either.
Yeah, that's actually a very good candidate. Very good candidate.
Thank you.
All right. So, why do you think that's a perfect movie there, sir?
First of all, it was one of the first to that I've seen that actually bridged together fluid cartoon animation and live action on a huge movie screen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
First of all, that's that. Second of all, dude, like they got every character from every like cartoon medium accurate as heck. Like you could tell just by looking at them, hey, that's Bugs Bunny, that's Mickey Mouse.
Right. Donald Duck and Daffy Duck doing the dueling pianos was pretty damn clever, I have to admit.
It really was.
Also, Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that was like, she's just a cartoon? She's just a cartoon. She's just a cartoon.
Dude, let me tell you something. When I heard about that one rumor, I was rewinding that one part over and over. It was like, it's not there.
Really?
What's going on?
No, it's not there.
Cartoon fetish. What's going on?
You lied to me.
That one guy died. The police officer.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
hold
passed away a
on.
few years ago.
We got the Todd, Red Shift Comics.
We're
admiring your banner work here, sir. Very good job. Very good job.
Oh,
yeah.
that is great.
Yeah. We wanted well, Mr. Aaron over here, down there, yeah, there. He brought up who framed Roger Rabbit. So we were discussing Jessica Rabbit. Also the cigar smoking baby. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot it too, but that was pretty clever. Cut. Dadgummit, he missed his mark again. Blah blah blah. Hey toots.
Dude, he was great.
Oh yeah. What was his? Yeah, what is his name? The guy that played the judge.
Judge Doom. Or you talking about like the live actor?
Oh yeah, the actor. Did Doc Brown? He was in Cheers. Not Cheers, but
something
Taxi.
Clement.
Lloyd, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah,
Christopher Lloyd. Yes. Brilliant actor. Was you traumatized by him dipping the little cartoon into the cartoon shoe?
Dude, when I first saw it, I was like, "What? People
oh my god!"
Yeah,
He's like, "Oh." It was like squealing, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!
Yes, I didn't even know things could kill cartoons back then.
I know. That's kind of what it was like, the Artax and Never Ending Story moment. It's like,
you ever played a video game? The Roger Rabbit game?
No, I did not.
You remember the one for NES?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I'm old. I'm young. So
that predates Aaron a little bit. Aaron a little bit. So.
I only know about it because I watch Angry Video Game Nerd religiously.
I think I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit in the theater.
Oh, really? Yeah. I did. I think I did too. Yeah, I did too. Man, you're with some old farts here, Aaron. Sorry, man.
I'm used to it. I'm an old soul.
I got you. So what lesson, if you were teaching a class using Roger Rabbit, what lesson would you want your students to learn?
The importance of observations, and in a way, you can learn how prejudice isn't always a good thing. Because in the movie, it was pretty much a direct parallel to racism. Because you had the humans and the cartoons living in separate societies, and they weren't really allowed to coexist. And there was a whole bunch of different stigmas about that. And it made it all the more worse when you had Judge Doom coming out the woodwork saying, "Yo, I'm a cartoon. I killed your brother, boy. What you gonna do about it?"
Right. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see the racial undertones there. That's a different perspective. I never even thought of that. I can see your point. I can definitely see your point. So what is your favorite movie, or what's your favorite memory of that movie?
My favorite memory?
Yeah.
It's the one scene where Eddie Valiant's trying to follow Jessica Rabbit, and then he goes up into this this skyscraper building, and then the moment he opens the door and thinks her this like ugly old hag trying to make out with him and everything.
So was it the patty cake moment?
Oh, that was a good scene too. But I just like the zaniness of it, Just like, oh man, give me that.
Yeah. That's the only place that patty cake's ever been sorted. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
He played patty cake with her. She played patty cake. Oh my god.
Yeah, patty cake.
That's crazy how they filmed that, and they didn't have green screen or any of that stuff then, and it was just amazing.
Everything was all drawn on.
Yeah. That's the. I remember in all those interactions where he like grabbed Roger Rabbit and choked him and stuff like that, and I mean that was pretty incredible. You had to be a hell of an actor. He's a very underrated actor. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head. Google him.
I was just drawn that way. What was that line?
Eddie Rabbit?
Oh yeah, that was Jessica. Yeah.
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins.
Right.
Oh my god.
He passed away. The cop you're talking about?
Yeah. Bob Hoskins. Yeah, he passed away. But he was a very underrated actor. He was in a lot of movies. But
I can't remember anywhere else.
He was in a movie called Mermaids. He was in a lot of gangster movies.
Oh,
I think.
Mermaid. I haven't seen that.
You hadn't seen that one, yeah. Yeah, it was a Cher movie, so yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one. I watched Mask though with Cher.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Christine,
old-
I think I had a crush on Christina Ricci at one time. I think that's why I watched that movie. I'm not sure. Anyway, no, it was Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder was in that movie, I think. Yeah, it was Winona Ryder. That's who I had the crush on.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, back in
She's
the
a
day,
thief.
man. Yeah, I know she's a thief, but back in the
You
day,
like those
She's a
girls that
thief.
steal, huh?
What happened there?
Steal in your heart.
what can I say? She stole my heart.
Walked
She stole
out
my
with a
heart,
diamond
man.
ring or whatever it was.
Anyway, so Belmont, what's your first entry into this perfect movie sweepstakes here?
That would be the best movie ever created.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So the
Shawshank
gauntlet down.
Redemption.
Okay. I've not seen it.
You've not seen
You've not
it?
seen it?
I'm sorry.
That's a great movie.
It's on my list. It is on my list.
On your list? Watch it tonight.
I can't. I'm gonna watch a few other movies tonight.
Watching
No,
what?
not like that. They are all theatrical movies.
Uh-huh.
Not smut.
There we go.
Mm.
I thought somebody would bring it up, so
Just about every line is quotable. I mean, the acting is incredible. Filmed brilliantly. You can watch it over and over again. I mean, I've seen it, I don't even know how many times. 200, 300 times.
Mm.
And every character is pretty much cast
300.
perfectly. Oh, easy.
Man.
Right.
Who knows? Every time it's on TV, I'll watch it.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
never gonna pass that by.
You never get tired of that movie. It's one of those you
No.
never get tired of, you know.
To me, that's a perfect movie. You cannot get tired of it, and you can watch it over and over again.
Yeah,
as many times.
and find something new. Find us something new every time. That
Yeah,
was
like, I
Frank
remember that one
Darabont's like
scene.
first movie too. That blows my
Who?
mind. Frank Darabont.
Which one was that?
Yeah, that's the director of that movie. He
Oh,
also
the
did
director.
he did like a Green Mile later. He also
I
did
didn't like Green Mile that much.
you ever see The
alright.
Mist? You ever see
Yeah,
The
with
Mist?
what's his name? With
It's Thomas
I know who you're
Jane.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
don't
that was
talk about
Darabont. Yeah, that ending, man. Oh gosh,
It was all right.
that
I liked
ending
it.
just
It was all right.
that kills you every time. That wasn't in the original short story, but Stephen King they asked him if they could use that ending, and he watched it and he's like, "That's better than my ending. Use it, yeah, use it."
I was on cocaine when I wrote that. Go ahead.
I know. most likely. Yeah. Anyway, so we got Miss Rena in the chat over here. She says she can't come on. Need to get ready for another stream soon. Okay. All right. Yeah, Shawshank, man. I knew somebody was going to bring it up. That's why I went ahead and put the slide out. But yeah. So what's the story? I mean, what's the lesson you think you could teach if you taught it class on it?
Oh, you never give up hope.
Nice.
Right.
And,
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the feeling I had when I came out of that movie.
Right. If that sucker can deal with that, it made me feel a little ashamed, to be honest. I mean, here's a guy who like basically crawled through rivers of shit for freedom, you know, and I'm taking it for granted. That's
my favorite scene too, when he crawls through the shit and then he puts his hands up in the air.
Oh yeah, the picture I just showed. Yeah, that's an incredible moment. Yeah, Tim Robbins, man, he definitely knocked it out of the park. The original short story is actually Red was Irish. That's what that joke was about. Yeah. Remember, it's like, why do they call you Red? I mean, you're a black man. He's like, maybe because I'm Irish, you know.
Oh God.
Later on, somebody called him Reggie, kind of like, that's why they call him Red. But
I think his name was Redding. His real name is Redding in the movie.
Redding. Oh, that's it. That's
Redding.
it.
You want to play trivia with the Shawshank? I'm all game.
Yeah, we got a.
No, I would not win.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this shit.
Yo, okay. That's weird.
Wow, that is incredible. That was a very active bot. Jeez Louise. Online strips without clothing. Wow. Okay. Anyway, what's your fondest memory of that? No.
We blocked
Not promoting that. What's your fondest memory, Belmont?
I used to have roommates, and we would watch movies, and we'd always just sit around and do some social things and quote the movie.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that movie's extraordinarily quotable. It really is. All right. I'm gonna go down here. And I'm before I go to Todd, let me Dave, when we were talking about this, he said that his perfect movie is The Wrestler, starring Mickey Rourke and Marissa Tomei.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a Aronofsky movie, I think.
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. I heard of
Marissa Tomei.
So Marissa Tomei, yeah, she's something else. He called it the perfect deconstruction. We view pro wrestlers through this lens of being larger than life and even being invincible. And they're in a fictional character sense, the closest thing we get to see superheroes in real life. And this film gives you a brutal look at the wear and tear these guys take, as well as the toll it takes on their lives. The subtle parallels between Rourke and Romeo's characters, who are aging out of their respective professions and trying to come to grips with it. If I taught a class on it, the central point would be less is more. What this film can convey purely by sight and sound is truly amazing. Is that my favorite memory, or the thing that sticks with him the most, is about the very end when Randy goes to the top rope and looks at the crowd, sees that Tormey's not there, Pam. And so it's unfortunate, in a sense, desire for glory ultimately wins out, and the man just leaves literally everything in the ring. There's a bit of ambiguity to the ending. You can make your own judgment as to whether he lives or dies, but in that moment, you're feeling exactly what he is and how he got there. So yeah, that's a very good observation there. But he's talking about.
Sounds good. His description made me want to go see it.
You have to watch it. If you haven't seen it, Todd, you got to see it.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, he's talking about that. There's a big parallel between superheroes and wrestling. You know, that's why CG wrestling's been so big. Why pretty much everybody in CG is pretty much wrestling fans, I believe. I know I was a big one growing up. Still am. I mean, of the old stuff, not the new stuff. I haven't even watched anything. I can't watch
this stuff, the new stuff. Holy shit.
New stuff.
No, I predate the Attitude Era. I go back to the Four Horsemen, NWA, you know, that group.
Yeah.
I remember watching them when I was a kid. Ric Flair, man, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
No.
He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah. Woo! You know?
I met him like a few years ago. He was not wooing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
He's a little older now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing too well health-wise either.
Dang.
No, most wrestlers don't. Most of my favorite wrestlers are dead. So, especially the ones that were especially the ones in the Attitude Era. Yeah. Andre the Giant, man. People don't understand how big he was. He was huge. I mean,
did you ever see that picture with him next to Schwarzenegger and
his name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name that he's standing next to?
Lou Ferrigno? Was it?
No.
Ferrigno he was beside of? No.
I forgot it.
I don't know. I remember there's like a cast picture of Princess Bride, and he was like just towering over everybody. But he was actually good in Princess Bride. He was actually really good acting there. Which is my entry to perfect movie.
What?
Yeah.
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. Get out of here, buddy.
Okay.
I mean, can you name me a flaw with that movie, please?
It's the perfect quote movie.
Oh, it's the perfect quote movie. But it has a good plot, has great comedy, has a neat little side or main plot, which is actually the grandfather and the grandson. And it's got a great love story to it, but it's hilarious. Have fun storming the castle. I mean, everybody can quote you stuff from that movie. But yeah, and everybody had a redemption arc. It all got tied up in a nice bow at the end, and it didn't have to break character to do it. Everybody seemed to have land in a good place. So it's a perfect movie. I think it's a very perfect movie. Any debate with that? No.
The only debate I have is that I have not seen it.
So you have not seen it? So oh my God.
Dude, I didn't even know The Princess Bride even existed until like 3 years ago.
Wow.
And in 3 years, you didn't find a time to watch it? Come on.
So my kids were quoting that movie at like 5 years old.
Yeah.
Well, my parents didn't care about me, apparently.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, yeah, this is the lesson I would teach with that movie is that comedy comes from the situation. It doesn't come from the actions. It comes from the situation. And the best comedy, I think, because everybody was playing it straight. Nobody was goofing off. Nobody was being goofy, but all the comedy came from the situation, came from this ridiculousness, that was going on. And nobody was like winking and nudging at the camera, which anytime that happens in comedy, like I don't enjoy Airplane. Most people enjoy Airplane, but movies like that, I don't like it because it's just, I just don't enjoy Airplane.
You don't enjoy Airplane?
What?
No, I really don't.
Write that down. Hold on.
What?
I can
quote. Well, I can quote Airplane, but I just don't really enjoy it that much. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't do it for me. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, Airplane's one of those that I was just laughing the whole time. It's just so outlandishly crazy.
It's a funny movie, but I just can't take it seriously enough.
What about Napoleon Dynamite then?
Yeah, I can enjoy Napoleon Dynamite because everybody's playing it straight, and it's just a ridiculous situation. I enjoy Napoleon Dynamite.
I've actually never seen Napoleon Dynamite.
What?
Dang.
What?
He's there. You saw that.
That's going to be my new ringtone. Man. What?
Yeah. What? My favorite movie of Princess Bride. I kind of had a similar when I first watched the movie. I had a similar thing happen. Like the kid in the movie, he was sick, and so he was like looking for some entertainment, and it was like I had Peter Falk coming over to, tell me a story. I love Peter Falk. So yeah, I had like a real warm fuzzies with that movie. Just. It was like I was ill that day, the first day I watched it, and it was kind of like I was the kid in the movie. So that's my fond memory. Anyway, so no debates so far. So we got Roger Rabbit, Shawshank Redemption, and Princess Bride. Okay. And this sucker, I swear, I just blocked him. How the hell did he get unblocked?
Probably got a new email address.
Oh, okay. Well, he's determined. Somebody's determined. Anyway, so Mr. Todd, what is your entry into our little contest here?
All right. So for me, the perfect movie makes you leave the theater or, leave your at the end of watching it at home or whatever, and it makes you want to live life differently.
Oh, okay. I agree with that.
So, the Karate Kid made us all want to go and take karate and, wax on, wax off. Back to the Future made us want to build a time machine. And so my entry is Dead Poet Society.
Oh, Okay. Dead Poet
Captain, my
Society.
captain.
And
That sounds
oh, Captain, my captain.
Right.
So what it did
Carpe
for me is
diem.
it makes you want to suck all the marrow out of life and live life to the fullest. And
right.
Don't take the little things for granted.
Seize the day.
Seize the
Carpe
day.
diem.
Yep.
Yeah. Robin Williams, man, extraordinarily underrated actor. I mean,
he was incredible in that.
That and Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
I think that scene where he finally breaks through to Matt Damon's character is one of the most powerful in movie history, I think.
Yep.
Because it's so organic.
When you watch it.
No. Yeah, Todd, do you stand on top of something?
You jump on the couch or a desk?
Always. Every single time. No matter where I am.
Right. Well, obviously that's a lesson you teach if you were to teach the movie as a lesson.
The lesson would be seize the day, carpe diem.
Right. Do you have a fond memory associated with it?
I think, I saw this in the theater the first time, and you come out of the theater and it's like, holy crap! I'm going to go read Byron, and I'm going to go, study and, not only that, but just be passionate about something.
Right.
And
right.
I think, if a movie makes you passionate about something, that's the whole, that's what we want to do in writing comics. We want to, pass our passion on to, the reader and make them feel something and come alive. So,
yes.
Right.
I agree.
Well, I all three of those movies all four of them that we mentioned so far have definitely have that where they have these moments that get to you. That's like the holy grail. You want to impact somebody, have that impact on somebody, even if it's just to give them some moment of enjoyment. So they 4 good candidates so far. I'm impressed. Mr. Aaron?
Shit. Hold up. Todd, I hate you. You're making me cry. You're literally making me cry, man.
Aww.
That was a good speech.
That's what it's all about.
That's what
Get him a tissue.
Yeah.
They're downstairs. I'm not going to make it.
Come on, Belmont. Everybody knows you don't cry, Belmont. Come on now.
I cried at a dog's life.
No.
Dog's Purpose or whatever the fuck it was. Dog's Purpose.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that movie again.
Is that the one where he dies and then comes back as another dog?
Dies 10 times.
Wait,
10
what?
times,
Why?
Because he gets reincarnated.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a desperate dog.
Because he's got to stay with the same owner, but he can't live.
Oh,
yeah,
that makes sense.
So I'm not a serial killer, Bunny.
I know.
I have feelings.
I know. I got you. Yeah, that's that and my dog Skip, man. Those are no goes for me. No goes.
I feel that.
Or what's that one? Chinko. Where the dog he stays at the station because his owner got on this train and never came back. Hachi's the name of it, I think.
Never heard of it.
But
Cujo.
I know the dog.
Cujo. That's a different movie.
No, that's a different kind of movie.
I thought you were going to say Cujo.
I thought so too. I'm not gonna lie.
The Cujo's the only movie that I'm like, kill that dog, kill it. It's the only movie where that happens. Only movie. All right. So okay, Aaron. Well, you're up, man. What's next?
I have a feeling that the film that I'm about to say, you guys are gonna hate me for it, only because you've heard it come out of my mouth so many times.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go
Spider-Man 2.
Yep. You know.
What?
I was trying so hard not to say it, but the one scene I was thinking of, it's a perfect movie. With Spider-Man 2, it
I'll be
goes
right back, guys.
from no problem. It goes from like a direct theme from the last movie, and the last movie's theme was rising up to the challenge to do the best, whether it be like in your work life, or in like what you do. So this movie goes on and says that's all fine and good, but don't make sure that what you're doing isn't overshadowing your personal life. And it really plays out well, because you have like Peter, who's he's been Spider-Man so long that he's neglecting the things that he finds important in his life. And like Mary Jane, he gets cucked by her. Harry Osborn, he lets the relationship sour so bad over something that he could have just been like, "Yo, your dad was a dick," and all that. Right. But I'm gonna keep it short. The most important scene that I think was there, it wasn't when he was Spider-Man. No. It was when he was actually Peter Parker. Because the moment when he gave up his powers, he started neglecting people that needed help. And there was this one guy that got mugged in the alleyway, and he was like, "Oh shoot, I should have done something." But the best scene in that movie is when he saw a burning building, and he heard that, "Yo, a little girl's still up there," and without a second thought, he just went up there. Right. It was great.
Yeah, I thought that the point the movie was trying to make was he had the powers. So he felt responsible to be Spider-Man. But in the second movie, he finally understood that he couldn't be anything else.
I feel
that this was his lot and this was his fate, and that he needed to embrace it because he's the only one that could. Yeah. And that's what I thought the second. That's the reason why the movies are so powerful, and why the third one goes off the rails a little bit, because in the first one, you know, he had to take responsibility. You know, his Uncle Ben died because he didn't. Then the second one.
Remind me what the second one's about. Remember.
The second one's the one with the Dr. Octopus. And,
you talking about Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, yeah. I'm not talking about Tom Holland. I'm talking about Tobey Maguire.
Okay, all right. I was getting scared.
Or Andrew Garfield.
Well, or Andrew Garfield, no. Poor Andrew Garfield, man. He is so much better actor than those scripts gave him. That second movie, he kept thinking he could walk away, and in the second movie proved to him that he couldn't walk away, that he needed to embrace it, and he needed, and which happened in the comics. The comics, he tried to walk away, you know, and try to be normal, ordinary person, but that sense of responsibility, you can never walk away from it, you know. I get it. That's the lesson you want to teach. You would teach off that movie, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Don't be a dick like Doc Ock.
There you go. So what is your fond memory of it?
Fond memory? There's like so many. But I already mentioned the burning building scene, so I'm gonna go with the beginning movie. The beginning of the movie where he has to deliver pizzas, and he just gets out of that freaking elevator. No, it's the one scene where he's talking with the pizza guy after he's about to lose his job.
Yeah, right.
He's like, "Yo, dude, you're a good guy, but you're just not responsible." Lo and behold, this man's saving entire cities and shit.
Yeah, that was always kind of ironic. It was always kind of ironic. I thought you'd mentioned the scene where he saved everybody on the subway, and then they refused to give up his identity.
That scene, actually, I think there's a much better scene with that than that. It's when he's talking with Aunt May, and then she reminds him of what it means to be Spider-Man, whether or not she knew he was Spider-Man or not.
Well, she kind of indicated that she knew who he was in that scene, but she just kind of had like a twinkle in her eye. That was really. I always like my Aunt May as an older lady. I'm sorry, Marissa Tomei, but you know.
To be honest,
isn't Marissa getting up there in age too?
I mean, she's like 40 something.
No,
40.
Tomei. She's pushing 60, man.
60.
Oh no, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, she's a MILF.
You
Anyway.
tricked me.
Sorry.
Gil.
Sorry.
Gil, get it right.
No. Never mind. Anyway, moving on.
Cancel. No, I think the main difference between her, what was it, Rosemary? I forget her name. The original Aunt May and Marissa Tomei is they built so much. They spent so much screen time with the original that Marissa Tomei doesn't have any good scenes where she's actually teaching Peter how to, be responsible.
Right.
She's just
they wasted Sally Fields too.
Yes.
In the Garfield movies, yeah. Anyway, all right, Belmont, you next up, man. You got another one?
Yeah, I was watching it yesterday. Gladiator.
Oh, cool. Gladiator. Oh,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Little dose
Even
of toxic
Aaron's seen that one.
masculinity. Yeah.
Yes,
That's a great
that was a
movie.
great movie.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? Oh man,
There's just so many lines.
Yeah,
Every
that's a great one.
scene
That's great.
perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Joaquin Phoenix is absolutely just brilliant.
Yeah.
A jerk.
Yeah.
Yes.
You wanted that guy to die so bad.
Yep.
So bad. Oh, God. Oh. And even yeah. It's funny. He had one good line that I enjoyed when he leaned back and he's like, "I'm not." It's like I'm not really into history, but didn't we win this one?
Kind of rather like surprises.
Yeah.
That's an idiot.
Oh man. Yeah. That's a good movie. That's a really good movie. When he takes
Did
the
you see
helmet
the
off,
uncut
says,
version, the extra 15 minutes? It's like an extended version.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that. I've got it on VHS. I haven't watched it. That's how long it's been since I watched
So
it.
that's where my copy went. Give it back.
Never
you'd be
returned it to
surprised by that.
Blockbuster, did you?
No. No.
Did you rewind, Bunny?
They're purchased. They are purchased VHSs. They're my personal VHSs.
Yeah.
I do not have any Blockbuster movies in my possession, allegedly. Anyway.
You
know the guy, the guy who played like the old Gladiator, that guy is legendary as the greatest partier that's ever been in Hollywood. He partied more people under the table, and as a matter of fact, he went on a bender while he was on that movie, as old as he was, and it put him in the grave. He died during production of that movie.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, he was a legendary partier, legendary. There's like websites devoted to his partying. But yeah, when he pulls off that helmet and he says it's he reveals who he is, Maximus Decimus Meridius, I think it was.
Maximus Decimus Aurelius or something.
Right. Yeah, that's a good. That's a toxic masculinity, man. Yeah, that movie's got some. Scrote to it. Anyway,
but it was good.
Yeah. So what's the lesson you think you could teach with that movie, Belmont?
You never know what's coming. It's unpredictable future.
Right.
A slave became the most powerful man to the emperor of Rome.
Yeah. I always thought that movie was kind of like a retelling of Spartacus in a way. Because he became like a symbol, before it was over with, where everybody felt like that they were him. But he didn't want anything to do with it. He just wanted to die, But he couldn't die, He couldn't allow himself to die, So here he is. He gets thrown into the meat grinder, and he's suddenly like commanding troops and telling them do this,
Yeah.
and because even in his downtrodden condition and just with his death wish, he couldn't allow himself to die, because he's just like too much of a man to allow that, So, but that's Yeah, you want to talk about masculinity? If you want to teach your kids masculinity, that's a good movie for them. You know.
And then watch 300 after that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The good one, right?
Yeah, 300 is definitely 300 is definitely another one that could be in the running for a perfect movie. So anyway, yeah, my next entry is let me go ahead and share a screen right quick. Is this one? The Crow.
Yes.
The Crow.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, the reason why I say this is a perfect movie is because I had a Blu-ray of it, and anywhere you pause in that movie is a poster. I mean, it literally has no wasted shots the whole entire movie. And oddly enough, Brandon Lee passing away and them having to find ways to put the movie in the can with him being gone made for a better movie because they trimmed the fat, and everything that they had left in the movie was just, there's no fat on this movie. It's just so perfect, shot by shot, everything in the movie, and it's very quotable. I mean, you can't read all the time is one quote that gets mentioned a lot. 1010 got himself perished. That's one of my favorite lines. That actor is one of my favorites. But yeah, yeah,
they're gonna remake that movie, Bunny.
Well, they've tried. They have tried multiple times, and they call it the curse of the crow, because they've tried to remake that movie so many times and not being able to get it off the ground.
Oh wow.
But yeah, but I love Brandon Lee. I loved every movie he was in. He was only in 3. Showdown in Little Tokyo, Ricochet, and that one. No, not Ricochet. What was the middle movie? It doesn't matter. Anyway,
he was in another movie, honestly.
He was in 3. He was in 3 in total. He was good. The previous movie was actually the start of, but he was on his way up. He was definitely on his way up. But he had more acting chops his dad ever did.
That dude from Ghostbusters was in that too. What's his name? Winston from Ghostbusters was in there.
Yeah. Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
Michael Winstead played Dollar, Top Dollar, and he had some great lines. Some really incredible lines. He's definitely one of the best scenery chewing villains ever. The soundtrack was incredible. The EDM soundtrack was incredible.
I remember the soundtrack.
Who directed the movie?
Yeah. Alex Proyas.
Okay.
He did Dark City later. He's done a lot of movies. He's definitely an auteur. Every movie has very.
I'm not familiar with Dark
distinctive.
City.
Oh, Dark City, yeah, that's a good one too. That one's more of a puzzle box, though. You have to watch that one several times. But yeah, that one's also considered a classic. But yeah, I think if I was going to teach a lesson from this movie, I think the lesson for me is perseverance. Because when you see what they had to go through to put that movie in the can, digitally replacing some scenes, switching things out, figuring out ways around shots, him going out the window, which was actually the scene where he got killed,
So you mean perseverance from the process more than the movie itself?
Well, and the movie itself too. Definitely teaches that lesson too. But at the end, in the end, him letting go of his pain was what saved him. He gave it all to that guy, and put it all where it belonged. But he kind of let it go. But that vengeance never gave him what he wanted. That moment of release is what gave him what he wanted. And anybody that's kind of had those feelings of revenge, and revenge only kills you and only hurts you. In the long run, for that person that wronged you, that you're like grinding that axe against. For them, it was Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the hardest lesson I had to learn. And because I'm a championship grudge holder, man. I have I swear, if you had a gold medal for grudge holding, I'd have one. But you just gotta let things go. I mean, you see this online. You got people that like hold on to things and bring up stuff from 2, 4, or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And like, oh, look at this screenshot. This is what you said 4 or 5 years ago. It's like, I'm not even the same person I was 4 or 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it eats them alive. They just sit there behind their keyboard and just like, all day long. And they're miserable human beings. They have no lives. They have no affection. They have no attachment to other people. They just like grind on that axe, grind on it, and it eats them alive. I mean, you see these superstars out here like Neil Young. You take my music down because I don't agree with what Joe Rogan says.
Oh, that was stupid. And they were like, bye.
Yeah, let's see. This guy brings in millions of dollars, and we have to pay you for yours. Oh, okay, yeah, see you. But why does he even care? Why does he even care? And oh, by the way, Neil Young, who used to like do all this anti-war stuff and be against the government, you're actually proselytizing for the government now. Stick around long enough to become the villain.
I have the mountain fallen.
Yeah, exactly. Rage Against the Machine is now requiring vaccinations.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So this is how democracy ends.
Anyone? Yeah. Right. Which machine are you raging against again? Anyway. But yeah, all that. I mean, he got revenge against these people, but it didn't bring him peace. What brought him peace was just like letting it go. So my fond memory of this is that I went into it just because I guess I went into it to memorialize Brandon Lee. Keith's dad. Hey, welcome to the show. And that's a first one.
Who's Keith?
I don't know. Well, hey, Keith's dead. Anyway,
hey, Bunny, I got a little bit of information.
Tell Keith we said hey. Tell Keith we said hey. But when I went to see that movie, I was still mourning Brandon Lee's death. It was just such a tragic thing, and just to see that the last thing he made was this moment of perfection that was going to be so culturally impactful. Yeah, there you go. We figured, but yeah, but the way you end your life is almost as important as anything else you do, and that was like a really important thing for me. You asked, we did ask. We did ask. All right, tell Keith we said hey, man. Anyway, so I'm all right. Todd, you got your final entry into the thing here,
Yeah. So I think the other perfect-ish movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Perfect. Perfect is a hard word for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
And the I Am Your Father revelation.
Right.
And just
he doesn't say that anymore.
Cinematic history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's that, Justin?
You hear about the Mandela effect? He doesn't say that anymore. If you go back and watch the movie, he doesn't say, Luke, I'm your father anymore.
Yeah. He said, no, I am your father.
Yeah. No, I'm your father.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Spielberg changed
That's some weird shit, man.
But everybody remembers it as the other way. But yeah,
right.
that's what he actually said.
Yeah, and just like the whole movie, the structure from beginning to end, and it's just an excellent movie.
Wasn't that the one where he was training with Yoda?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that was great.
He trained with Yoda, and then he went and faced Darth Vader in the end, and that's when he says,
what is the perfect movie as an avid movie watcher? This is perhaps the hardest question ever. Yeah, agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
I think a perfect movie is a movie that's perfect for you.
Yep.
And if enough people agree that this is a movie that's perfect for them, then it gets called a perfect movie.
Yes.
And I think Empire Strikes Back definitely upped the ante. It made Star Wars epic.
Yes.
Because I mean, Vader went from like a one-note villain to somebody really compelling in just one movie.
Right.
And
it's like the plot twist of all time. And you talk about plot twist, and that's what people talk about.
Yeah, it was kind of that's kind of become cliche, but people don't understand that that's kind of where it started.
Right.
That was out of left field because Obi-Wan earlier in the movie is like, he killed your father. Right. And so Luke was like, I'm going to kill him. He killed my father, my father I never knew, and he's the reason why I'm going to kill this guy,
Yep.
And then he like goes into combat with somebody he wasn't prepared to deal with and loses the hand.
Right.
Like his old man.
Exactly.
Like his old man, like his father before him. Right. Right. That moment in Return of the Jedi when he realized that he saw his hand was mechanical, and he saw that he had a mechanical hand, the same hand. That this was like, and he was like, "Oh, I'm destined to be this," and he chooses to throw the sword down.
That's the point where he makes the commitment.
Yeah, because when he says once and for all, I'm getting off this train. I'm not going to become your lackey.
Right.
This may have been preordained, but I choose my own fate.
Yep.
Gosh, the writing in those movies were so good. Oh my gosh. People that are like, this last trilogy is, it was awesome. No, it wasn't awesome. It wasn't awesome.
No. Not even close.
Okay, hold on.
Nah,
question for the panel.
Yeah.
I got a question for the panel. What are the 3 movies you assume everyone has watched? For example, you wouldn't meet someone on the street and expect them to have seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I have not.
I've never even heard of it.
I have not.
The Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride,
man. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I would assume people would see Princess Bride or Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
I would assume that would be on people's, once another Star Wars, the original Star Wars, I expect people to know that one.
I mean, if you're like of the older generation, I'd expect you to see Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, that's definitely one. Definitely one. Yeah, that's in the zeitgeist. That's definitely a movie that you expect everybody to have seen.
Yeah.
But see, I remember Wizard of Oz only came on once a year. So, The Christmas Story, Christmas Story.
Oh yeah. Well, which one? Which one?
There's only one.
There's only one.
Yeah, don't say the second one. It doesn't exist.
Are you talking about like the original one? Because that was
like the Matrix.
Yeah,
There's only one.
Nice
the only one
or whatever. Yes.
There is no other Christmas stories.
There's no other one. Get it out of your head.
Oh no, I'm thinking the Christmas Carol. My bad. Yeah, Christmas Carol was pretty good. There's too many Christmas movies, man.
What is that? A cat? What is that?
No, it's Hump Dog, Rosie's favorite toy. It's
what the
Drunk Craig over here. It's Drunk Craig.
So that's your boyfriend,
huh? Okay. Avatar, Jurassic Park, and Titanic. I have never seen Avatar. I've never seen Avatar.
Seen half of it.
You've never seen it, James Cameron?
Never seen Avatar?
Terminator.
Wow.
No, I've never seen Avatar. No. I
can understand Titanic.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen the Titanic all the way through, to be honest.
What?
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
What?
I get through the first half hour, and I'm like, this is romantic schmaltz. I know the ending of this. Why am I watching this?
Everyone dies at the end.
Yeah. All these people you see around them, they're dead. It's all going to end in tears. Anyway. Yeah, those are movies I expect to watch. Okay. So let's go. What was the
So if I wanted to
Empire
teach a
Strikes
lesson,
Back? So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, if I wanted to teach a lesson, it would be Family Matters.
Family Matters. Yeah. Okay.
Such a good show.
Right. Rocky
Even
Horror,
if you
would that
kiss your
be
sister.
one? Would that be one? No, it would not be one.
Rocky Horror?
No, I
No,
saw
no,
some pretty
no,
big
no.
flaws in Rocky
No.
Horror, and I'm not talking about the visuals. Kind of clunky in the middle.
R.I.P. Meatloaf, by the way. R.I.P.
Oh
Meatloaf,
yeah,
by the way.
R.I.P.
Okay, so Family Matters. All right. So what's your fondest memory of seeing Empire Strikes Back?
Probably watching it with my kids.
Watching it with your kids.
And kind
You're
of
raising them
knowing,
right. You're raising them well. Yeah.
Exactly. Knowing ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
And when you watch it with your kids, you can't watch 1 through 3 and then the original. You have to watch the originals first. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
And you get to that point where it's like the point of the revelation, and just looking at your kids like, are they going to get it? Are they going to get it?
Yeah.
And then they get it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's so good.
Well, that reminds me of the movie that Craig wanted me to bring up, The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a cultural touchstone. Everybody.
Yep.
I remember when that movie came out, and people refused to tell people the ending of that movie.
Yep.
We're back on topic. No problem, Keith. Keith's dad. Sorry, Keith's dad. But yeah. I remember when everybody remembers when they got that revelation for the first time, and it's like a gut punch,
Yeah.
And then you go back to the movie, and you're like, how could I be so stupid? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, here we go. My favorite part of Empire, being able to tell Alexa, "You are my father," and her response, "No."
I didn't know she could do that.
All right. Okay.
That is lit.
Anyway, but
That's awesome. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, that's definitely Sixth Sense is an honorable mention. I think that's pretty close to being a perfect movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then every other M. Night Shyamalan after that is just trying to be the Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Once you knock it out of the park with that first one, I think Unbreakable was okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
He didn't quite fall off as much on the Unbreakable, but then after that it was,
Yeah.
There's some people that like the signs that because if you look at it like a entirely different way, it's okay movie. But
so if you look at it in a way that the movie wasn't intended to be looked at,
if you look at it with your eyes closed, it might be a good movie.
Yeah, that does help. All right, honorable mentions. Throw some out there. Kimo Sabi wanted to say Roadhouse.
I was just gonna say that. The double D.
Roadhouse.
That's a good one.
I'm like, that's not a perfect movie, Kimo. That's not a perfect movie.
That's a good movie.
Unforgiven. Yeah. I was going to bring up Pale Rider.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Pale Rider. Pale Rider is about the most perfect legend with Tom Cruise. Is what Keith's dad said.
That's a good one.
All right.
I see you, Craig.
Oh, hi. Yeah,
how's it going?
You can watch that on YouTube for free, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I have one.
Oh, he has one.
Yeah.
Heidi.
What is that? Oh, is that
Heidi.
That sounds familiar.
Heidi, the movie that interrupted the Super Bowl.
Oh, right.
Well, right at the end of the Super Bowl. And what year was that?
That's one of the early Super Bowls.
Early Super Bowl. And everybody was glued to the television, and they cut away from the Super Bowl right at the end when it was absolutely, I'm not a football guy, but apparently it was absolutely spectacular what happened, and they cut away. No one got to see it because all of a sudden this little curly-haired girl who yodels came on television for a 2-hour movie, and everybody dropped their beer and their cigars. I can't believe has there ever been a film made about that?
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, they didn't think the Super Bowl was like a big deal. So when it went over, they went to this regularly scheduled program, and it was Heidi.
So it is a perfect movie just because of the Schadenfreude.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And that was back in the day when you had to actually write a letter if you had a complaint. So I'm sure they got.
I'm sure they got a mailbox full. I got a mailbox full.
What's the big idea, huh?
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, back at the
I need
topic.
a beer. Drunk Craig's leaving.
Yeah, Drunk Craig's getting another beer.
Over and
so,
out.
yeah,
Okay, man.
See you there.
I don't know. I'd say Jumanji, the perfect movie in my opinion.
Jumanji? Okay.
Yeah, Jumanji.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Which one?
Born on the 4th of July.
The only one.
Born on the 4th of July. Okay.
The other ones don't
Born on the
exist.
4th of July is a very powerful movie. I agree with that.
I haven't seen it. What's that about?
For nostalgia, Ghostbusters Afterlife was amazingly perfect. Yeah, I'll agree with that. It was way better than it should have been. Had any right to be. I'll agree to that. For Born on the 4th of July was about a man who was basically born on the 4th of July, went to Vietnam and got crippled in Vietnam. Then later became an anti-war activist.
Ronnie Kovic.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, right. I think he did a speech before Congress. Something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a very powerful story.
Came out against the war after enlisting.
Yeah.
And became crippled after the war. And he got shot and then he was put into a wheelchair.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tom Cruise was in that.
It was Tom Cruise's best movie.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, he's I heard that I've never seen the movie, but something the Tomorrow movie, they keeps resetting over and over again. That science fiction movie,
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, yeah. They said
I
that's
saw
really
it.
good one.
I saw it. It was okay. It was all right.
It's okay. All right.
Oh, I've seen that. The futuristic one where he has like clones. Are you talking about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that if they adapted the original manga, it would have been much better. But
okay.
Yeah.
There's a movie called Moon that you guys need to see sometime. It starred Sam. What is his name? He was in the second Iron Man movie. Sam Rockwell.
Okay.
But it stars Sam Rockwell as a guy who basically discovers. I won't tell you. I won't give away the ending, but it's a really perfect movie. It's a perfect movie. Single man cast. And it's really perfect. Other perfect movies, according to Keith's dad, Godfather, specifically number 2.
Classic.
Specifically the second one, Casablanca, The Usual Suspects. The Usual Suspects. And A Clockwork Orange.
I like that, but a lot of people don't like it.
What's that?
A lot of people don't like that movie, but I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, it doesn't have a really compelling theme.
Yeah, but it's a little hard. It's a little difficult watch, to be honest.
I feel
but
that.
It's supposed to take place in the future or the 80s. I can't even figure it out.
Well, it's kind of like a future-ish. It's kind of like one of those vague kind of like future moments in time. Which most of the really great sci-fi movies are kind of like set in this indeterminable. It could be tomorrow or it could be today. I put Blade Runner on there.
Oh yeah,
I think Blade Runner would be is pretty decent. Man, I think it's about perfect. I really do.
What do you guys
think
think
of the MCU
about?
films?
Oh yeah,
right. Well, okay, that's more like a 1984 future type dystopia. Yeah.
And speaking of future, I think the only there's only one set of movies that can be called like a perfect trilogy, and that's Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yes,
I will agree. That's pretty close. That's pretty close to perfect. Yeah. Second movie has some pacing issues, but
yeah, I can
overall, it definitely lands on its feet. I'll agree to that. See what was what was the movie I was thinking of? Went out of my head. Okay, must not be that perfect. I forgot it. Anyway,
perfectly forgettable.
Dang. There's a lot of movies on my list for that.
Okay.
Platoon.
Yeah, Keith's dad approves. Back to the Future trilogy. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
The Star Wars trilogy, I would also put there.
Oh yeah, that's better than
the original trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah, the original trilogy.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's all we're focused on, the original trilogy. When it comes to MCU movies, I would say that Winter Soldier is probably the closest to being a perfect movie.
Yes.
Besides that one glaring plot hole, how the hell did they get out of the bunker? I'd say everything else was just about perfect. No perfect. With that movie.
What about Iron Man 3?
No.
Iron Man 1, maybe.
Iron Man 3, no.
2 and 3 just went like.
I
mean, I think Iron Man 2 was the worst, but Iron Man 3 raised it up a little bit.
Okay. Sense. Being secure in my manhood, Toy Story and Moulin Rouge. Okay.
Yeah, Toy Story 2, get it right.
Toy Story. Pretty much. I actually only seen the first Toy Story. I've never watched the other two.
Oh,
there's like 5 now. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Toy Story 4 was okay.
There's 4. There's 4. I only thought there were 3.
The fourth one came out like last year or 2 years ago.
And they're coming out with the Buzz Lightyear movie this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
I think they just need to put that series in the ground already.
Yeah, just yeah.
You should
let it lie. Let it lie. Yeah, they're definitely milking these properties. Definitely. The original Ghostbusters movie I'd put up there. Speaking of Afterlife, yeah, I put the. Definitely. Is there any like horror movies that you would say is just about perfect?
You already know.
Are they all just too flawed?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a horror guy, so.
Not a horror guy. Okay. What was that?
Can't see it.
I like Devil's
Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
Yeah.
The Dream Warriors. That
was a perfect movie. It was better than the first one. It added more stuff on, and then it didn't suck like all the other ones, except 2. 2 was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard Friday the 13th Part 4 is probably the best Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, I agree.
The original Scream was pretty damn good movie.
No, that was a perfect movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was good.
When it first came out, because all those tropes were all the movies like followed the same thing, and that movie kind of zigged when it should have zagged. It was John Carpenter kind of like Wes Craven. Wes Craven kind of like deconstructing his own thing. But okay.
What about Scary Story? That was a
scary story. Scary movie.
Scary movie. Is that what it was?
I think.
Is that the one where it was the rip off of Scream.
Yeah, that was
scary.
Funny.
Yeah, that wasn't. No.
I mean, Scary Movie 2 was a perfect comedy, in my opinion.
Oh, here you go. Anything with Vincent Price, nothing new is as good as the old ones.
Have you seen the original Fly? That one was pretty good.
Yeah. Was it Jeff Goldblum?
No. The original Fly with Vincent.
Oh, no.
The original? Oh, Vincent. Yeah. Well, I'd say that Jeff Goldblum is definitely. That body horror, man. That's wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw it for the first time a month ago, and I was blown away. I was like, how come no one's told me to watch this yet?
The original one?
No. The one from Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The original Jurassic Park was a really, really solid movie. Of course, it does have a few things that are like, Anyway, anything with Wayne Knight, in it, I'm pretty much I'm against. Anyway,
just about every movie has some sort of flaw somewhere. So I mean,
right. Oh, here we go. Help me, haunt me to this day.
He knows.
Okay. Anyway, okay. That's all right. I'll say this. Anybody except for Spider-Man 2, anybody else want to say a sequel was better than the original?
Oh yeah.
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I'll agree with that. Anyway, we
I actually think the last Spider-Man was one of the best of the series.
Oh yeah, No Way Home. Yeah.
No Way Home. Yeah.
Man, I wish I could have saw it in the theater. God, you guys are killing me. You're killing me.
Oh, anyway, you never saw it?
No,
it's the best movie I've ever seen in my life. My partner kind of
balked on me. She was all ready to see it, and then suddenly she wasn't. So.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna tell you anything what happened. If I was gonna rate it, I'd say it's near Spider-Man 2, but it
not quite.
Just misses it by a hair because there's like a bunch of plot stuff that I don't like.
Okay, well, but I know how you steam Spider-Man 2, so I'm gonna definitely have to see this movie now. So anyway, but yeah, okay. Well, I think we covered the topic pretty good. You guys, anyone else want to bring one up?
Nope.
Are we all good?
My next movie coming in 2031.
All right. Well, thank you for Keith's dad and earlier Darren Wagner for showing up and being in their chat today. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, Mr. Keith's dad. Oh, wait a second. We got one more late entry here. Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan.
I have not seen it.
You've not seen it?
I'm not a Star Trek fan. I'm sorry.
Is that the one that has the guy from Clockwork Orange in it?
Yeah, it's a great stream. You got my sub. No, Malcolm McDowell's not in that. No,
he's in one of them.
That's Ricardo Montalban. No, he was in the first Generations, the Star Trek Generations, the first Star Trek: The Next Generation movie.
Oh, Star Trek Generation.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I know my Star Trek. Anyway. All right, I'm a nerd. I'm that big of a nerd. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for coming. Thank you for a great show. Everybody's real solid. Do we have a consensus about which movie was best, or
I mean,
I'm just gonna agree to disagree. Walk away.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. No. Princess Bride is not even close.
Yeah, get that off the list. It's not even my top 1,000.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. Shawshank Redemption. Anybody want to debate Shawshank Redemption?
Nope.
Spider-Man 2 is better.
Spider-Man 2 is better?
I'm just
okay. He's joking. All right. So we're all gonna say Shawshank Redemption is pretty much the best movie. Best movie of all time. Or perfect movie.
I'll watch it tonight.
All right. Okay. All right. Even Aaron with his crappy loving movies, he'll agree to that. So,
only because I haven't seen it.
You brought up Neil Breen, man. You brought up Neil Breen.
So, I know that movie's bad. It's so bad it's good.
All right.
See, I was gonna bring up the room because it's such a perfectly bad movie.
Yeah, okay. Perfectly bad. Yeah, all right. You gotta give me Battlefield Earth if you agree with that. But anyway,
perfect. That's
the wrong stream. There's another stream you have to watch where we bring our best worst movies. So yeah, so this is like the opposite of that one. Anyway, all right, gentlemen. Y'all have a really good night. Thank you for coming.
Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Later.
Let me cue this up right quick. Y'all have a good night.
Tell me what's on your mind. Thoughts.